Good evening, guys. In today's class, we'll be looking at TradingView. Now, TradingView is actually the best charting software in the world as at now that I have used and that many other persons have used. Uh, it basically covers everything in the market that moves. Like if you want to trade stocks, if you want to trade indices, if you want to trade forex, so you have stocks, futures, forex, CFDs, crypto, index, all sorts, commodities, gold, cocoa, oil, silver, name it. Everything that is tradable in the different financial markets of the world is captured here on TradingView. So it is a trader's one-stop service for everything charting. If you want to chart anything, is available on TradingView. And the reason why I encourage people to use TradingView instead of using, if you're trading on Binance, for example, instead of using the chart of Binance, it's better to come and trade on TradingView because even Binance connects the TradingView chart software on their own platform. So if you're trading Forex too, instead of relying on the candles or the charts that your broker gives you, it's always better to come and use TradingView. Now, the reason is this, uh, the charting is better, you have more tools, but then more importantly, it takes away all the distractions that you can have if you're in a place like, say, Binance. It's very easy to be distracted if you're doing your analysis on Binance. The reason is because when you log into Binance, the chart of Binance takes too long to load. In fact, it's very, very slow to load. The whole thing will just take so long to load. Why? Because Binance is loading so many things simultaneously. They are loading the order book of the different coins, loading the different promos that they have on their website, loading. So it makes it slow and it drags. Then if you're trading Forex, instead of looking at your MT4, it's better to come to TradingView. Why? Because on TradingView, you are following the brokers, the top big brokers that will not really necessarily manipulate their charts or their candlesticks. In Forex, for example, if you're using one broker, sometimes you'll be surprised that you come to TradingView and see that the candles are looking different on TradingView from what they are looking your on your MT4, MT5. If you're trading on what's it called, even on Binance, if you're trading on Binance, sometimes the candles look differently on the chart than when you're trading on another exchange like maybe OKX or FTX. Now, but TradingView helps you take all that out and helps you to focus on the right chart and the right price movement. Another advantage is on trading, if you're trading on a place like Binance, for example, it can be distracting to see a coin doing 200% or 300%. Meanwhile, you are holding on to a coin that has not moved. So a lot of people don't know how to handle that. So they jump from the coin they were holding and go into another coin. Do you understand? Why? Because they saw that one going up. Then if it starts going down, they jump out again, they lost. So looking at all those distractions on Binance can be a form of distraction that will stop you from following your plan. Then sometimes also there are too many coins on Binance, too many coins, hundreds and hundreds or maybe even thousands of coins. So sometimes it's really hard to even know which one do I now want to be focusing on. Do you understand? So what you now do is you now say, okay, instead of looking at Binance, okay, another disadvantage is if you're on Binance, for example, or you're on Forex, you're trading from an MT4, and maybe you enter the trade. If the trade is going against you, for example, maybe you bought with $1,000 and then it is going against you, and let's say you are a minus $100. If you're on Binance, you'll be tempted to be looking at your account balance. You'll be looking at your account balance on Binance. And if you watch that your the trade is going against you, you can panic. You'll be distracted to want to jump out or just do something. Why? Because you're seeing the trades, you're seeing market go down against you. But if you're using somewhere like TradingView, you don't know by what percentage market is going against you. So even if you enter the trade with $1,000, you only know in your mind that okay, this trade is going against me, but you won't know by how much. And because you don't know by how much, the fear to jump and close the trade will not be there. You allow your time that you check your chart to play out. For example, if you trade on the H4, it means you should always wait for H4 to close before making a decision of whether to enter a trade or get out of a trade. It's better so that you don't panic and so that you can dedicate your time and life to other things instead of being on the chart 24/7. So TradingView helps you that okay, I'm going to check my chart only at the close of H4. Now this thing here is showing us that okay, in the next 44 minutes, the one down, the one on top here, the one on top here, this first one is price, the second one is time. So it tells you that in the next 44 minutes, this candle will close. So since your strategy is to trade on 4 hours, you only check when 4 hours has closed. Or you set alerts. TradingView allows you to set alerts or alarms at different levels. Okay, when price gets here, alert me, send me an alarm. So those are the advantages that makes TradingView better than using the charting software on the exchange that you're trading from. It helps you to take away your mind from price, whether market is going against you or going in your favor. It takes that away from your mind and removes the emotion. If market is going in your favor, there's usually the tendency to be too excited, and if you're too excited, it's not good. If market is going against you, there's a tendency to be unhappy and want to react. And to be unhappy and want to react to is not a good thing. So the goal is to, as much as you can, to trade from a point where your mind is clear of the excitement of making profit and also clear of the fear of losing money. So that way you'll be able to follow whatever plan that you had before you entered the trade, or plan that you had ahead of time before market got to where you said you were either going to enter the trade or get out of the trade. So having explained all that TradingView can do for you, how that can take away distractions, helps you to focus, then let's look at the different ways to use TradingView as a charting software. Now, when you log into TradingView, you meet it as the basic. When you log into TradingView, okay, when you first log into TradingView, this is what you have. In fact, you won't have any of these indicators, so I can as well delete all of them. This is how your TradingView looks like. Okay, another thing I didn't mention is TradingView can help you even practice on demo before the real, if you're not ready to trade the real market, you can do some demo, but not the real demo in the sense that it can help you watch price, you know the different levels of price, then you can decide, okay, I'm buying at this level, you write it on paper, I'm getting that at this level. You write it on paper, then you calculate how much you would have made. So TradingView has that function too. So when you first of all log into TradingView, this is the default. It gives you these red candles for sell. If market is going down, it shows you red candles. If market is going up, it shows you more of green candles. Now you can customize this to whatever you want. To customize this, you can choose here your, you can go to settings. Okay, okay. You can go to settings, this button here will show you, click on that, then you click on these settings, it brings this up. You can just play with these things and see what they do. You can edit this, it shows the currency, it shows the pair you're trading. If you click on that, you will see it at the background here. Then different session breaks. Then you can also change the colors of your candlesticks. You can change the colors of your candlesticks. You can add all these different features. You just play with them and see the one that suits you. I usually prefer having, you can come to symbols, change the different colors. I usually prefer to have use blue throughout. I change all this to blue. I usually prefer blue and red. So that is done. Then I set my time to Lagos, to West African time, Lagos UTC +1, Lagos. You can choose that from here. If you're in the US, if you're in Canada, you can change your time to the zone where you want. Then you can come to status line, you know. Then, okay, symbol. Uh, okay. Then you can come to skills, nothing to change there. Then you come to appearance. I usually change appearance here, like the background, I usually prefer it to be black. I make my background black. Then vertical grid lines, I usually make it black so that these lines you have in the background will disappear. I make it pure black too. So the lines that disappeared have gone. Then trading, you can decide to show positions. If you show positions, that's if you're trading. There are some brokers that allow you to connect your trading view directly to your broker, but you can only have that on big forex trading brokers. For crypto, that doesn't exist. So no crypto broker has that yet. So you can't do that for crypto. Then you can choose to put on the buy and sell button. I don't want it, so I've removed it. I don't want price showing there. Show price between bid and ask. I don't want that. Show execution. I don't want that. Show orders. I don't want that. Show positions. I don't want that. That's under trading. Appearance. I can add my bid and ask lines. So basically, you do that, you wait and check, oh, is it what I want? If it's not, there's still something that is missing here. Like I want the pair I'm trading to show in the background. So I go back, I try and look for it. Okay. So basically, you just keep playing around until you understand the settings and get these things that you want. So the next thing you want to do is now you want to create, if you're trading crypto, you want to create a watch list. Now, a watch list is the peers or the crypto peers or the instrument you want to be looking at. Now, on Binance, Binance has this too. They call it favorites. Under favorites, you can check the different, under favorites, you can check the different peers you want to see first when you log in. You can pick them under favorites. Then on Binance, sorry, on TradingView, it is called a watch list. So let me say I want to add which peer? Let me say I want to add FEG. FEG is a new shit coin that has just been listed on OKX. Uh, FEG is a new shit coin that has just been listed on OKX. So I want to track everything here. So I click on plus. Under I come to crypto. I make sure I'm under crypto. Then I search for FEG. So I can see FEG, but I can't see any exchange that I want. I can't see exchange like OKX. The FEG here is only on Uniswap, and that is not really what I want. So, but I can decide to add FEG. Once I click on it, it adds. So I come down here, I click on FEG. So this is FEG versus Ethereum. This is FEG versus Ethereum. FEG versus Ethereum. I've added that. I can decide to add which pair. Let me add Solana. Solana. Solana USDT. Then I choose the exchange. This is FTT. FTX, sorry, FTX exchange. Solana has been added. This is Solana. Then let me add FTT. FTT is a FTX token, futures trading token. So FTT. So you have to know all the names of these tokens, so it's easier to search. So you look for FTT, then you look at the different exchanges where it's trading. So you pick one exchange that you like. This is Binance. You can pick Binance or you can pick FTX, you know. So uh, this is FTT. So this is FTT going down. Almost everything is going down. So that's that. So you have your watch list. So instead of going to Binance all the time to watch price, you just come to TradingView when it is time to watch. This way, you won't be watching your phone 24 hours of the day. You only come and check the time that you're supposed to check. And what is that time? That time is dependent on your trading strategy. If your trading strategy says check your chart every 1 hour, it means you're trading on the 1 hour time frame. If your trading strategy say check your chart every 4 hours, it means you're trading on the 4 hour time frame. If your trading strategy is to trade on the daily, it means you will not check your chart until the close of the daily candle. And the daily candle closes around 1 p.m. at night. So this is the daily candle of FTT. You can see how it moved since February, since January. Now, so that's how to create a watch list. So the next thing is the tools that you use for analysis. Okay, you've created the pairs you want to trade. Now the tools. What indicators do you want to be using if you're using indicators? So for me, I combine indicators and my price action. So I come here, see this F sign here. This is where you have your indicators. I click on F. It opens my favorite indicators. There are free indicators and there are paid indicators. There are indicators you can only use if you have paid, you know, TradingView makes their money from subscription. Then they have the free service too. So I use moving averages. I like moving averages. I like so I can have like two moving averages. Then I like an advanced RSI. It is called TDI. I use the TDI. So I've added those. Then I come here and edit my the moving averages I added to what I want. Then I change the color, can change the color to, let's say, white, leave the thickness as it is, click on OK, then go to the next one, change it to, let's say I change it to what color? Let's say yellow. Then I change the input from 9 to 25, which is in line with my own strategy. Then I click on OK. So my indicator is set. My indicator template is set. Then my oscillator, which is like my RSI, I can decide to change the settings to based on my strategy. So having done that, I can now make the indicators, these lines and these ones, I can make them go to sleep by hiding them. When you click on this eye here, they go to sleep. Click on this, they go to sleep. You push this up. Then when you double click here, anywhere here, down, twice, one, two. If you do want to, this oscillator down here goes to hide. If you click it twice again, it comes back up. Click it twice, that's left click rather, not right click. Left click twice, it comes up. Left click twice, it goes back down. Now, why? Because it is always better to look at the naked chart first before looking at indicators. Indicators are only supposed to be like an added confirmation to whatever it is that the price levels are telling you. So so you look at price first before you consult indicator. So now, if you're trading on the daily, it means you draw your levels on the daily. And why do I mean by levels? I mean your support and resistance levels. Those are constant. You use them all the time, support and resistance. So over here on the left pane is where you have your tools, the different tools that you use for analysis. So the first one is your cross, this white dotted line that is moving here, that is a cross. You can use it to drag your chart up and down, down and up. You can come to this price line, drag it down, it will shrink your chart, drag it up. Then if your chart is distorted and you don't like the way it's looking, you come to this reset, this arrow that is curved, click on it, the chart will reset to the best fit, to the way it best fits your screen. So here, these are the tools. You can decide to use arrow. I'm using arrow now. You can decide to use dot or eraser, but I usually prefer to use the cross because it helps me draw a line when I don't want to use uh, my lines. Then under this cursor, you have your different kinds of lines. You have your horizontal line, you have your trend line. This is your trend line. This is your trend line. Tools you use for analysis. Click again. This is your horizontal line. So let's place our horizontal line somewhere here. Then you can change the colors from green, you can change it to red or yellow or pink. You can also change the thickness. If you want the line very thick, You can have that. You can also change if you want it dotted like this, or you want it full line like this. So those are the options. Then under here too, you can have what they call arrow. You can use an arrow. You can change the color of the arrow to the same procedure. You can decide to use a triangle, but this is a little bit advanced, so you might not have need for it. That's a triangle. It tells you the angle. Different traders use it for different things, so but you don't need that. All you need to focus on is your horizontal line or ray. Horizontal ray is different from horizontal line. This is the horizontal ray. It is shorter. The horizontal line is long. The ray is short. So, and they are used for similar things. Then that's it for this. So arrows and all. Then trend line. So that's what you have there. Then the next space down is where you have different things too. The next place where you have pitchfork, you can have that's where you have Fibonacci. Of all these ones here, you can make it your favorite so that it's always at the top. Of all these ones here, I don't use anything here. I only use Fibonacci retracement and Fibonacci extension. So this is your fib. The other day I was teaching you guys how to use fib. So this is how to get it here. So even your fib, you can customize it to have different colors. Mine is white. You can customize it here. Can add the different values that you want your fib to have. But by default, it comes with the standard levels. So you click on OK, that's fib. Then next you have, so okay, when you're drawing all these lines and you think everything is just getting too muddied up on your chart, because if you have too many lines, it can become confusing. Then you go to this, you can hide it with this eye. There's this eye here, down here. You can click on it, they all go into hiding, or you can use the dustbin sign, this bin sign. You can click on this, then everything goes into the bin. Remove drawings. Then, okay, we're under here. Then the next, under here still, you can have your rectangle. Rectangle, you use it to draw zones on your chart. Like this place now is a zone. Instead of using horizontal lines, I can use the rectangle. The rectangle is here. It's under this place. I pick the rectangle. Then sometimes you see me on the chart, I use something that looks like this to point out something on the chart. It's called an eclipse. Is to highlight something on the chart, an area where I want people to take their attention to. I use that, this eclipse, or sometimes you could use the arrow to point to that place. You want attention to be on that place, so you use the arrow, you point it there. No, but the eclipse highlights it for you. Then under that, you have different other things which I personally really don't use. I only use the rectangle and the brush. Then the brush is for drawing. If you have an M pattern, for example, and you want to show it, you can pick out the brush, then draw it. You draw it by holding your left click mouse or your left click on your trackpad. Then you use the trackpad to move it in the shape that you want. So I'm drawing an M pattern, you know, so I can draw as I want, whatever I want to draw, you know. I can draw and make projections. So that's that. Then those are the only tools I use here. Then part, can use part to do this. Can do this too. Okay, that's the part. You can use that too instead of using that. Then the next thing is your text. Sometimes you see on my chart, I'm writing on the chart. This is how you write. You can write Bitcoin is dead, you know, and you can write your analysis there. Explain the reasons why you do that, why you're analyzing that way, so that if someone is looking at your chart, they can read the text too and say, oh, this is what this guy was thinking. So that's for text. So there are different kinds of text you can use, but I just go with the simple one. Then draw patterns. Now this is getting very complex. I don't really go there so that you don't confuse yourself. Then these are the different signs you want to use just to play around. You want to use love, small arrow, just click on them. Some people draw a chart and they put a cup on it, a saucer. See the saucer here, cup and saucer. It's just for fun, just to make your chart look funny and interesting. Then let's clear all that. Then this arrow is very important. Sometimes you can measure the percentage move from here to here using the arrow. As you can see, it is telling you that, okay, this asset has gone up. The first one, the, okay, that's gone. Let me do that again. So this arrow helps you measure movement, time, and percentage movement. It helps you measure movement of price, the time, and by how much percent price has moved. So for this one, for instance, the first one, this is 30. 30 tells me that, okay, market has moved by $30 upwards. Upwards has moved by $30. And that $30 from here to here is about 91% movement. Then this 26 bars tells me how many candles that were counted. And here I'm on the daily time frame. So it tells me this 26 bars equals to 26 days. So that's what you have here. You can also use it the other way. When you draw it down, this arrow now, to draw it, you just pick it. It's always left click. You left click down, then you drag down. This time around, because I'm dragging down, you drag down, you release, then you can expand. So it shows you the percentage move down. This has gone down by 35% over 11 bars, which is 11 days. And it has gone down by a price movement of $16. So that's how you use the ruler. So sometimes what you do is, what I tell people to do is, What I tell people to do is if you're going to set stop loss, let's say for example, you want to sell this market or you want to buy this market. Let's say you want to buy this market or you are planning to buy this market, price is here and you bought and you're trying to set your stop loss. So you can use this ruler to estimate how far down you want your stop loss to be. So for example, this is 15%. This is 15%. It means that if I bought here, if I bought at this price here, if market comes down this far, I would have lost 15%. So this helps me understand in advance that okay, if I'm wrong in this market, this price I just entered, I'm going to lose 15% of the money I used to enter that trade. So if I enter this trade, this FTT USD, I bought it with $1,000 here. Then I can tell myself that okay, this is a support level, this is another support level here. I don't expect price to break here yet because overall I think we're still in an uptrend. Remember the word I say I think because you can never know for sure. So if I buy here, I wonder if market comes and breaks below this support to this one that is here and gets here, then I'm wrong. So instead of staying in the market and to have market to keep going down against me, I can say, okay, I'm willing to lose 15%. So if I had $1,000 in this trade, I know that I'm losing 15%, which is $150. So that way I have accepted the risk of losing the trade in advance. So because I've accepted the risk of losing in advance, my fear will reduce. It won't completely go away, but it will reduce drastically, and I'll be clear-minded enough to make the decisions I want to make without excessive fear or greed. Then the same way I can project that okay, I'm putting $1,000 on this trade. I'm entering here. If market gets to the next support, I want to get out of the trade. Then if I'm getting out here, I want to calculate how much would I have made if I bought here and price gets here. So this tells me this is $14, sorry, 14%. 14%. So it means if I enter with $1,000 and price gets here, I would have made $140. So in advance, I already know how much I will make ahead of time if price gets to the level that I'm anticipating that it will get to. Or if it goes against me, I already know in advance how much I will lose using this ruler. But sometimes some people, instead of using this ruler, they even use something that calculates what is called risk to reward ratio. So this is it. You come here, there are only two ways you can trade. You can either speculate that price will go up. In that case, you use a long position. In a long position, what are you doing? You pick the long position, this thing, come here. It shows you your stop loss zone and your profit zone. So if I want to buy, for example, this market and price is here, I don't know how far price will go down. So if I see a candle, for example, like this candle now, if I have seen this candle, then I would I'll draw this, I'll bring this out, put it on that candle, then estimate, draw out my buy area, which is this red zone, then my profit target. The reason for having profit target is because sometimes price might not necessarily get your profit target, then it will start dropping. It will start dropping. So you want to set also this red zone is like a buy area. So this buy area makes you more coordinated because sometimes you might buy here on this candle, then price turns and starts coming down. But because you've identified a buy zone, and after that buy zone, you now have your stop loss below it. So instead of buying with all your money If you have $1,000 you want to put on this coin, instead of buying with all your money here, you can now say, okay, let me buy some here, then set limit orders, buy orders. In case price decides to go lower, let me set my orders. Then I will now take an average, then put my stop loss somewhere here or somewhere here, depending on your calculation. So if price is coming against you, you now be buying so long as it's still within the buy zone. Or you might not buy, but you wait for it to come down, then gives you a bullish confirmation, then you buy. If you're selling to nobody here trades futures, so to sell, you guys might not really follow, but to sell means you can actually short the market. To go short means you are doing the opposite of what you just did here, meaning you come here, this is long position, this is short position, pick on the short position. Short means you're betting that the market will go down. So let's say we are betting the market will go down, so we'll put our short position here. The above level, which is a red level, is our stop loss and our probable sell zone. Then our profit target is down here. So this thing also calculates your risk to reward ratio. So this risk to reward ratio, if you can see it here, risk slash reward, it tells you 2.0. It means if you are risking $10 here, if price gets to the peak of this green column, you make times two of what you are risking here. You make times two of your stop loss. So if your stop loss is 10%, it means that, oh, if this price reverse and comes to my stop loss, I will lose 10%. On the other hand, it means that if this price tries going up or doesn't go up and comes down instead and get to this point, I'll make 20%. Why? This tells me is this tells me that this is 2.0, meaning 1:2, meaning I'm risking $10 to make $20. Now that's how to use it, either short or long. Now the next thing is all these other ones are not really well used. The thing you really focus on is the line, which is here, horizontal line, go back, trend line. If you know how to use trend line, you draw your trend line. Horizontal line, trend line. Okay, this is trend line. Uh, Horizontal ray, and have horizontal ray. Horizontal ray is the shorter one. Then you can even have a vertical line. So these are the tools. Then the final one before we go is I showed you how to use indicators, how to put on indicators. No, our indicators are sleeping. I can decide to wake them up. Click here, they show. I can decide to double click on my chart, double left click, tap. My other indicator comes up. If I don't want it again, I close it. I hide my indicators. I only bring them out when I want to confirm something. Then the next thing I check, see this this sign here that looks like a clock is actually an alert. So you can decide to set an alert. You can create an alert by clicking on it. Then you can set the condition for the alert. You can set an alert that, okay, for example, if these two moving averages, 10 and 20, if they cross through each other like they did somewhere here, you want this guy to send you an alert. So you can send an alert to your mail. If your laptop is on and open like this, it will vibrate on your chart, or you can download the app and the app will vibrate in your pocket. So it will tell you that, oh, that alert you said that, oh, if FTT gets to $40, you want to buy. Now that alert is triggered. TTT, FTT is at $40. Now go and do what you said you would do. So all the while, instead of sitting down and looking at the chart, you've set your levels where you're expecting that price will get to, and then you react. So once that is done, you can close your chart and go about your normal business. Sometimes you can set alert at your TP take profit area, you know. So there are different ways you can even use this alert. So this is summary of how to use TradingView. Okay, now after you've saved all these things that you've done, you can now click Ctrl S. You can come here and save it under any name you want. And once you have that saved, like some of these charts, I have drawn them for, okay, like this one, I have drawn it for a long time. It will be here. So long as you have internet and you open, your chart will be here. This to have drawn this since it is here, you know. Matic went crazy today. It is here. Why I've drawn this since maybe early this week or last week. It will be here. Nobody will delete it for you. Do you understand? So that's the beauty. But if you do all this analysis on Binance, sometimes if you go back, it's not there. Sometimes it's there. So you don't want that headache of drawing charts all the time, all the time. You just want to draw like this one on ADA. I've drawn it now for many weeks and it's still there. So I just keep adding new levels. This was when I did our projection that our price will move from here to here. He has done that since. Anyway, so I think we've taken too long in this class. Let me stop here. Thank you.